it's difficult for me to remember the time when I worked a regular job. It might be the reality for most of you guys, but I'm not saying this to brag, but I can't remember very clearly commuting to work. It seems like such a far distant memory, like living in a cubicle, working for a boss who actually told me what to do, worrying about getting a promotion and all kinds of stuff like that and getting my work done. It's been such a long time. Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this to talk about the paradigm shift that I had in my brain and how you can have a similar one if you're looking to really step things up to the next level. If you don't want to be mediocre in life, you want to become successful, I think you have to have the same kind of switch occur in your brain. So let me take you back to, I guess it was more than 10 years ago, maybe 12 or 13 years ago. I was working for the Department of Health and Welfare as a contractor for this team that was doing Java programming. And I was sort of brought in as a kind of a mentor and lead for this team. And at that time, I was really big into software development blogs, read a lot of books by famous authors. And I always thought, wow, it'd be so cool to be one of those people, but I don't know. Maybe they're just like super, super intelligent, or they got these opportunities and I'm just a regular developer. I thought I was a really good developer, but at the same time, how do you become famous? I don't know. You got to get lucky, I guess. So anyway, I decided to create a blog because I enjoyed reading blogs and I just wanted to have my own blog because I felt like that would be cool. Even though I didn't expect to ever become famous, I just started writing. So I started writing 3 posts a week, and I did this for a very long time. And at first, like, no one was reading the post. Obviously, it was just my family and my friends and some of my coworkers. Like, I'd share my blog posts. I'd be like, oh, I wrote a blog post about this, so that people would read it. And really, I didn't expect much to come from it. I was just using this as a way to communicate with my coworkers and to suggest ideas and to capture things like from my history. It's almost therapeutic. But after about a year, I noticed that I started getting some traffic, that people were actually coming from Google. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. There must be other people finding this blog. And then what really happened was about 2 years into it, there was a lot of traffic. I got to a point where people were actually emailing me, where some companies were calling me and offering me jobs. I had all these opportunities that are coming to me. And I realized, wow, this is interesting. Maybe I should start taking this a little bit more seriously. And at this point, I really had no business experience at all, but I had heard a little bit about internet marketing, and a friend of mine was telling me that I needed to create an email list. Basically, what I did was I created this free course called 10 Steps to Learn Anything Quickly. And I actually sell it for $99 now. But at that time, I was like, I need to create so much free value that people will give me their email address. And I gave that away in exchange for emails. And over the course of maybe it was like 5 or 6 months, I think, I ended up collecting about 3,000 emails. It's not a huge number, but I went and did the next step, which is to try and launch some kind of course. So I had learned how to market myself as a software developer. This business, or not, it wasn't even a business at the time, but I decided to make it one called Simple Programmer. I had some success with the blog, and I was doing some podcasting and things like that. And I realized that I was getting paid more as a software developer and getting a lot of job opportunities. What ended up happening was I went ahead and I created this course, and I pre-sold this course called How to Market Yourself as a Software Developer. And I sold it for $75 at the time. And I thought no one was going to buy it. I did this kind of entrepreneur challenge I did with some of my friends, and we had 24 hours to sell something. And I actually ended up selling like 5 copies of this, which was crazy because I thought there's no way someone's going to pay me for this. But once I had sold it, I had to build it. So I made this course and I did an actual launch for this. And I wanted to price it really low, like $99. But one of my friends was like, no, you have to price it at least $200. So I did. I pressed it at $200 and I hit the button to do the launch. And it was so suspenseful because I didn't know what was going to happen. And it took about an hour before even one sale came in. I thought, oh, great. I'm going to get one sale from this. I see only one person bought it for $200. And then they all started trickling in. I started getting sale. And I remember sitting at dinner that night, like looking at my phone and watching all these sales come in. And I ended up making over $23,000 in just a couple of days' time. And that's when this shift happened in my mind. That's when I realized that a job is great and I can make a lot of money increasing my salary at a job, but I don't have control. I have to ask for a raise. They could cut me if they wanted to. I can't make more money at my job by working harder. But as an entrepreneur, as someone who owned a business, there's a ton of things I could do. I had this email list. I could literally sell someone else's product or create a new product and sell it to that email list and make money. I could print money on demand, essentially, and I could control the prices. I could do new new things. I could do things that allowed me to have control over my future. And that's when I had that mental shift. And that's why I've never looked back. I never looked back at getting another job after that. I ended up quitting my job. And now I'm able to control my own destiny. And I became a multimillionaire. And I ended up actually retiring at 33. If you want to find out how I did that, you want some help doing the same thing, click the link down below and book a free 15-minute call. But the point is that you have to have this shift. You have to realize that what you're doing right now, the way that you're going about life, because I was just on the regular path. The only thing I was doing abnormal was I was investing in real estate because I stumbled on that path. But my plan was to just keep on working my job, keep on buying property, and then someday magically become wealthy. It was only when I stumbled on the path of business and I realized that I accelerated things, and I went from a 5-year time span from when I was 28 to 33. I made millions of dollars and became financially free and retired. Again, like I said, book a call down below, free 15-minute call if you want to learn how that's something that you could do as well. Most people can, all right? You just have to know what to do. Now, if you want to really do this, if what I said about starting a business, if it's resonating with you, I want you to watch this video next. It's the only thing you need to know about starting a business.